What up, family? Get a news report. That's 20 minutes late. Today is Moon Monday in my city, Chicago, July 31st, 2023. I want y'all to find this book right here. Who was Harriet Tubman by Yana Zeldis McDonough? Alright, I'm gonna run through these notes I wrote or whatever and stuff. This is a short version. If you want to call the Library of Congress for the book to make sure it's legit, the number the control number, the Congress control number for this book is 2002004663, and the ISBN number is 9780448428895. Now, you want the contents that says who was Harriet Tubman? Page 1, Life in Maryland. Page 3, Looking for the North Star. Page 24, A Free Man's Wife. Page 31, Free at Last. Page 41, The Conductor. Page 56, A Country at War. Page 70, and Moses of Her People. Page 87. Total pages in the book, 106. Now, I want to go through all this, but I'm not. I'm just going to keep it simple. Talk about the last part of Harriet's life. She died allegedly of pneumonia, 1913. I believe they killed her because she was, confronting her so-called African takeover people about the changes they was making in the home that she turned over to them, probably because she had got older and they took advantage of her, and they fucked her around and shit like they doing me. Long story short, let's start with page 97, 98, 99. In 1903, Harriet Tubman turned her house over to the African Methodist Episcopal Zionist Church. She still lived in the house, I would imagine, for free, or they probably, railroaded out her little money she didn't have or whatever, like they trying to do me. Now, in 2016, they railroaded me, put me on a psych ward, and then, gave me cancer. Then I came out and stayed with this so-called trap building, which is probably my family building, but, they railroaded me to sign over some shit under distraught and damn near dead at the time in 2016. So whatever I signed, I wasn't the only one that signed off on it. So I'm not going to be the only one that died. Welcome to my way of thinking. Long story short, she signed over the paperwork, I guess, to the church. Africans have taken over this building, thinking I'm stupid, just trying to do me the same way. And of course, they stole the quarters and shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like in the movie Moses, when, her husband or whatever stole the quarters or whatever. White man stole the quarters and stuff. I saw it with my own eyes. Long story short, it says, they said the church paid the bills, like these motherfuckers at this 6210 South Kenbark Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60637 in my city, Chicago, America, is doing, I'm incompetent, bitch. I've been a business lady since I was a brownie in the Girl Scouts. Real talk. And I've been selling general merchandise. I even sold y'all the reality of the Martin Luther King I Have a Dream, motherfuckers. Long story short, so they paid the bills. She lived in a home, I imagine, for free. Harriet didn't like the certain changes made by the Africans. Harriet said, and it's a quote, "When I gave the home over to the Zion Church, what do you suppose they did? Why, they made a rule that nobody should come in without $100. Now, I paid $264. I shouldn't be paying shit because I haven't done more fucking goddamn work than Harriet Tubman and most men and shit. Real fucking talk. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying it's true. Long story short, $264, and I only get about $1,000, nigga, and it ain't supposed to be nothing but 100. Yeah, and in a trap building that they don't do no work and shit, it's probably, it should be a scrap building. They need to tear it down. That's how many bugs up in this motherfucker. Rats. It says, when I gave the home over to the Zion Church, what did you suppose they did? Why, they made the rule that nobody should come in without $100. Now, I wanted to make a rule that nobody come in unless they had no money. What's the good of a home if a person who wants to get in has to pay money? Now, of course, if You've been out there fighting the good fight or whatever for your country, people, whatever the case, or for everybody and stuff to be happy, joyous, and free. Motherfucker should come back for at least a year, 6 months, or whatever, and be able to take a break or, save a few dollars and then, get them a few dollars, maybe 10% of whatever they save. That's reasonable. Okay, I don't believe motherfuckers should live for free, but I believe, motherfucker deserve a break. I've been paying rent forever, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Shouldn't have to pay for nothing. It's a free fucking country, land, woo out the bam. And especially if you worked as hard as me and vice versa. You understand what I'm saying? Pay what, nigga? You pay, motherfucker. Most of these motherfuckers are squatters, I guarantee you. And I did see somebody giving a money order for about $100. So that right there let me know they cheating me. Long story short, page 100. Harriet died, like I said, of pneumonia in the spring of 1913. Harriet married Nelson Davis. Long story short, before she died. Long story short, my name is Mary Lee Davis, and my older sister, who allegedly posed to had died. I got the death certificate, but they can forge anything. My older sister, light bright damn near white, was named Linda Nelson, and because of the song by Richard Dimplefield, "If it ain't one thing, it's another," he said, "Books, movies are corrupt, suicide is weighed up," leads me to believe that someone, maybe Harriet, has stolen my identity, or Oprah Winfrey, or both. 9 times out of 10, Tupac said, "Me against the world." Everybody has stolen my ID, just like they told me my identity. That's like they told me on the psych ward in 2016, the COs, so-called police correctional officers, they said everybody got your book, and I wanted it like that because I put it on my MySpace for everybody to get, and my website at the time or whatever and stuff, and that's what I wanted. But I knew in the end I was gonna charge them at least $10 for the book. You understand? There's 8 billion people in the world. That's $80 billion. I can make everybody a billionaire overnight if they do the right thing. If not, I don't have the book, and until I get my book, we all goddamn it in trouble for real tough. Cause you can't do it without me, real tough. Long story short, on page 102. More than 100 years later, in April of 2016, I got railroaded, staying sober, homeless, because they made me homeless. You understand what I'm saying? Because they, don't want me to have nothing. My rap legacy, family, this, that, and the third. They just want me to die a recluse and act like my story never fucking happened. Now, the devil always know ahead of time. Listen to the song by Immortal Technique, Dance with the Devil. They said the devil always know in advance. So this was premeditated murder attempt on my life in 2016, because the book came out in April this year. They revised it or whatever and came out in 2016. I got railroaded April. This book came out May 2016. A month later, I'm on the psych ward getting stuck with needles, and they trying to kill me and provoke me to snap, and they took everything that I had on my person. You understand what I'm saying? As far as my social security check that I never cashed. They stole this at the police station, I would imagine. And, the few dollars I had, and I had some Michael Jordan basketball cards that was worth some money, which means I had enough to move into an apartment, but, I was homeless and, trying to figure it out and stuff by the time they caught me up at the AA meeting or whatever and stuff. Long story short, I should have never been homeless, and they should have never robbed me. But by the time I got to the psych ward, they gave me a piece of paper that had nothing on it. No money, no nothing. They wanted me to go off. I did not. They called me bitches, the doctors. They treated me like shit. They snuck in my room and gave me shots when I wasn't even acting out. I never acted out. And that's why, I'm out. Real fucking talk. I got my driver's license, but I can't drive because if I ain't got enough money, I can't move. I can't, these bitches got me stagnated and shit. Real fucking tough. So in 2016, they was going to put her on a front of the $20 bill. That's what they was going to do with Harriet Tubman. They never did. You understand what I'm saying? It's over 7 years later. And they claimed they was going to do it because of her strength and most of all her fierce devotion to the freedom of her people. Like I said, she saved everybody, including me, if the story was true on her part. You understand what I'm saying? She freed us physically, which I was already born free, but She freed her people and everybody else physically. I freed them mentally and shit because they know my whole story now. I said, long story short, today is July 31st, 2023, more than 7 years later, and Harriet Tubman's face is still not on a $20 bill. Why not? Because I, Mary Lee Davis, survived the 2016 assassination on my life, and they can't finish the lie while I'm still alive. Real talk, pass it on. Now, it's true because I stayed at this building in my city, Chicago. I believe it's part of my family building on 77 in Saginaw with my ex-girlfriend, Italian stallion Donna Marie Evans. She was drug addict at the time, but she was smart also. You understand what I'm saying? She worked at a bank. She was a real estate agent. She was, I believe, gang affiliate. The girl was a jack of all trade pretty much and shit, right? And we was together for about 11 years. I met her when I was 18, when I was on the King Drive bus with my niece, Juanita Nelson, and Donna was about 27 years old, real talk. So she was way more advanced, and she was an Italian that looked white or whatever. So they pretty much sold me into slavery, my family and shit, real fucking tough. And I've been catching hell ever since. And Donna stole my writings, and that's how I believe AA came to be, which ain't nothing but Quaker meetings / Alcoholics Anonymous meetings and stuff, real talk, to figure out who, and what. You understand what I'm saying? To try to put us back in slavery. I ain't going at gunpoint, nigga, real fucking tough. I ain't going to no psych wards. I ain't going to jail. So stop trying to goddamn, set me up, because they still trying to set me up. There's been more hell since whenever. The police is behind all this. They stole my shit, like I said, on the police station, at the police station. You understand? They're not the police. They're just bums. They came into my fucking world, taking over. And that's why young Pharaoh said he believed he'd been governed by strangers all his life. And that's why they treated him like shit. He was a young, smart, intelligent person, and they treated him like shit. Now he look like shit because some baby mama of his tripping, married the wrong person, or slept with the wrong person. Just, they know how to put people in your life, what I'm saying, that's going to sabotage you. You thinking an orphan coming up and trying to, fit in, get in where you fit in, when all they trying to do is pimp your mind, take your money, make you have some kids and kill you and raise your babies and shit and keep lying and shit. I don't have no children, and if I do, they stole my eggs and put them in somebody else, and they running around half me. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't plan on having no children. So where my money? That's what I want to know. Because like I said, we supposed to all be billionaires. Oprah, all you had to do was become president, and just like you would say, you get a car, you get a car. You get a billion, you get a billion. 1995, I said I wanted $2 million tax-free. Real talk. When I put my voice to the Sound of Music and to the Martin Luther King I Have a Dream speech, and gave it to the public and to Oprah Winfrey, and of course they was feeling some kind of way. I didn't get to $2 million tax-free. They put me on the psych ward then. I wasn't drinking, drugs, and smoking like I'm not drinking, drugging, and smoking and fornicating now. You understand what I'm saying? See where this is going? I have over 20 years of sobriety. I'm in my right fucking mind, and these niggas out here is out of their fucking mind if they think I'm finna die for them for nothing. I'm not paying you any money. I'm ahead of the game. You understand what I'm saying? And not behind the 8 ball. So if you believe what I believe and you want that $1 billion, you bitches better start saying my name, because if they was going to do anything for you, they would have did it by now. I don't care about that. What they say, all for your one. Nigga, please. They would have did it by now. Real talk. They going to lock y'all niggas up. It's the Holocaust. It's the Black Holocaust. They going to kill y'all in droves and shit. What part you understand? It's not a game. For real. They told me on the psych ward, everybody got your book. I said, I ain't got it. And until I get it, guess goddamn it, you know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't got it. Real motherfucking too. So, family, step your game up. I care, but I don't give a fuck. Real talk. Peace.